Is it now time for us, meaning Cape Bretoners, to take full political responsibility for ourselves as an island and take complete charge of our own future? Is it time to think about Cape Breton Island once again becoming its own political body or its own province within Canada? I've gone through the whole process of rags to riches. And I tell people, if a small Mi'kmaq community like Memberton of 1,000 people can transform its destiny, so can any community. And when I look out at Cape Breton, maybe I look at it as a bigger Memberton. Yeah, we're down and out. We're having a hard time. We're struggling. But I believe sincerely that we can transform this island. That what happened in Memberton can happen all across Cape Breton. It can happen.
It's the perfect time to head out on the road. It's the perfect time.
I guess I'm surprised coming from Dan that he was making that statement publicly. Sometimes you feel that you live in your own little world in this municipality and we're all worried about these issues, but you're surprised when somebody else comes out and says the same thing. It's encouraging that people are thinking about that.
Time to be bold.
If you could negotiate a merger, you could have one municipal government. It would be more efficient, all right? And it could be, we could negotiate and get more powers. We could be a different form of municipal government. We could be a municipal government in waiting to become a province. And that would be very similar to what King George had in mind when he gave us our colonial power, and it was a colony within a colony.
I just cannot see the issue of Cape Breton independence gaining any traction at the national level, and I cannot see any Premier of Nova Scotia supporting it.
What we need is more young people. There's a high school right there. Those kids, they want to stay and work here in Cape Breton, they got to get out and pound the streets with us.
Everyone's talking about, oh, if the Cape Breton United Party gets into power in Cape Breton, for example, we get 8 people. We're not going to have any say. Well, we don't have any say today. They can't cut off social services. They can't cut off health care. They can't cut off anything just because we have elected a group of people who believe in Cape Breton.
You know, it's a good term to use because people are trying to kill it, but the last thing that's going to happen is this island's going to die.
It's the perfect time to head out on the road. It's the perfect time.
Can we form a solution with the government to bridge that equalization gap? And maybe that solution is independence.
You've always done what you've been told.
At the end of the day, if it's fair, that's all we can ask for. Fairness is not a lot to ask for.
Time to be bold.
It's a very interesting idea of offering to become a territory. We would then relate to the federal government, and we'd probably do a lot better.
I used to think that our politicians worked for us. I did. I thought that. It never dawned on me that my job was to hold my politicians' feet to the fire.
Could we use a change in governance? Yes, I think, that needs to happen. Can I wait 15 to 20 years to make that change? I think there's things that we need to do now. We need to have more autonomy on what happens in Cape Breton.
We are not able to control our own direction, so we are always kept in a position where the resources of the area, whether they be natural resources, human resources, political support, is all derived to support a center in Halifax.
It's almost like being in a bad relationship and you get used to it for so long that you think it's normal. I don't think it's normal, and I think we have to start making a change. It starts right here.
It's the perfect time to head out on the road.
When you beg for money from the federal government, for that purpose, and you take the one intended purpose and you do not fulfill it, I don't know how you think things are ever going to change.
You've always done what you've been told. It's the perfect time, a time to be bold.
My first goal was simply generate discussion, and we've generated that.